Hey, what's up, yo? What's up? What's up? Man, I'm gonna be honest. I was doing research and then getting the news stories together and everything this morning, and of course, I already had pulled this window open. But I got up like extra early, as always. But I just I just saw this. I just saw this crazy price movement on Bitcoin. I had no idea this was going on because I've been up since like 5, and this I guess this move started around. Oh yeah, around 7 a.m. So yeah, I wasn't paying attention. But good to see you guys again another week. We're at a interest we're in an interesting market period. We're at an interesting time in the market. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me put this in let me do one more thing real quick. But good morning, good morning. Hopefully you guys I was saying we're in an interesting time in the market. Um this itself is an interesting market. It's a lot different than what we're used to. So hopefully you guys have been paying attention, and hopefully you have, excuse me, hopefully you have some good questions today. Um, you know, tough, hard, it doesn't matter. I never pretend to know everything, but I'll answer. I'm not afraid to answer anything, and I'll try to tell you guys what I know. And I got a couple of hot takes today. Um, and nothing's ever about me being right or anything like that, but I just try to present different point of views and perspectives to people, as I always say. So I got probably a couple hot takes today that I'm gonna talk about. One in particular, maybe two. But yeah, hopefully you guys have some questions today. Hopefully you guys oh, the volume is kind of low. I thought it was. I was looking at it over here. I know what I'm gonna do. Y'all just hold on just a minute. I'm still here. It just calls for me to have to turn the camera off for a minute. Give me just a second. All right, I don't know if that hopefully that's a little better. I'm here. Hopefully that's better. Or maybe I should just talk up. Maybe it's because I'm just, a little lax this morning, just got up. But let me try to fix this. But yeah, so anyway, I got maybe one or two hot takes today that I'm gonna talk about. But yeah, I'm just seeing this big movement on Bitcoin. So but I was saying, yeah, hopefully you guys have got some questions. I know there's a lot of questions you guys are asking me over the weekend. Some I addressed in the group, and I'll address today on stream that I think is very important for people to know. I've made one of these points multiple different ways, but I want to break it down for people who, because nobody, sometimes, listen, a lot of people don't want to ask questions because they feel like other people know it and they don't want to seem like they're asking a stupid question. That's something I never dealt with in my life. So I have to empathize with people who do feel that way. If I had a question to ask, I didn't care who thought I was stupid or whatever. So I just asked the question. But that's why I always try to break stuff down on the channel so everybody can understand it, even though other people may be rolling their eyes and like, why is he explaining that? It's important for people to know the different things that are going on. So yes, a couple of things I'm breaking down today that are really going to help you in the market and understanding what's going on around you. And hopefully my notes, I've covered stuff in my notes so I don't miss anything. Let me make sure I got that one. I got that. Okay. Hopefully some of the stuff comes back to my memory because I feel like some of it I haven't gotten to. But anyway, let me get into it. So bullish news. If you guys now I've seen people listen when it comes to the Bitcoin having, there's going to be people. For one, I'm not about to argue about something stupid as how many days, but I do see people doing it. So somewhere around 50 to 60 days, that's 2 months. So we're where we at now. We're February 26th, so March, April. But there's some people, even my speculation said it could be well into May. I hear people arguing whether it's 45, 49, 55 days. It does not matter, y'all. Around 2 months from today, the Bitcoin halving will be coming. And, that means they cut the rewards in half for the miners, less coming into circulation. And so that causes the Bitcoin price to drive up. So we always have what you call the pre-halving run. So we're somewhere in that phase, and I always try to tell people, y'all can go out and chase these different trades for 5 or 10x's. I'd rather just be chill and just wait for my coins to move or tokens to move, excuse me. And so I know everybody doesn't have that sentiment. They may say that's boring, or man, dude, don't know what he's doing. He just missed a trade on this. I just know how stressful it's been. After you go through a couple of cycles, you realize how stressful it is trying to jump back into the tokens that you really wanted to hold. And I even see a lot of people. I've been talking about this for 2 weeks, even though you may think it's boring. I've been seeing a lot of other people talk about it now, saying, "Yeah, when you try to jump back into the ones you really wanted, it's crazy." Okay, let me use this example and make it clear. So I'll see somebody chasing a 5 or 10x, and I saw two other people say something like this over the weekend. So you jump and go get that 5x because you want to go back and put in that coin, the token that you really want that hasn't moved yet. But what happens is you're thinking you're going to have 5 times more money to put in that token, but then that token runs 10x, and now you've gotten half of what you would have got if you just just bought in at the same time. So I know it's boring for some people, and maybe feel like your token is moving, and you're like, well, AI is running this week. I got to go get in some AI plays. And if you got AI plays already, it's good to have some already in your portfolio. But I understand that. I don't knock anybody for what they try to do with trading, but you go and try to, chase the AI narrative, and then you miss out on some tokens that you really wanted to hold. But anyway, that's that. I talk about that enough. But I just see it happening, and more people are talking about this thing that I've been talking about. But you can trade if you want, but don't get caught, with your pants down when the Bitcoin pre-halving runs. I want to, but I'll just briefly, so I don't need to pull up any articles. But yeah, so right now the Bitcoin dominance is right around like 52%. And so, well, I guess I can just pull it up. I won't get too deep into this, but usually when if we can get this Bitcoin dominance to drop below 50%, that'll be really good and could cause a real major altcoin run. That's just how it traditionally works. It doesn't always have to work like that, but usually, as I say, with every decision in the market, there's always a man or men that's causing it. There's somebody pushing the button that's causing it to happen. Even though we want to say it's the Bitcoin dominance, is because a man saw the Bitcoin dominance drop, and then we all start FOMOing into altcoins or whatever. So that could cause the market to start running. Another brief thing I want to bring to you guys, when some of you guys may be feeling like a little bearish, or you think maybe we're gonna get a drop, you got to realize, usually on the channel we talk about retail coming into the market, but you got to realize there's people that's sitting on the sidelines that have been here since the bear market, that have probably, I don't want to say twice as much money that's in the market right now, but probably 15 to 20% of the capital is sitting on the sidelines. Probably more than that. I haven't done any research on it, but that's still a lot of money. So you just want to be in position. Don't be like them trying to wait on the sidelines for a dip. And I think that's a part of my. Oh, you know what? Let me get to that's a part of my notes later. I'm gonna get to that, but let me get to this real important thing right here. If a lot of you are new in the space, you might not even be in. You might not even be in this exchange. This is not the most user friendly exchange to use. They got the order books or whatever. It's a little different. But anyway, the exchange is Bit4x. I have got into Bit4x, and even if you can see in this article, a lot of people who were bullish on OMI. This is where we got it. We got OMI last cycle, which a lot of people you asking about it this cycle. I'm not really bullish on OMI this cycle. I know y'all probably seeing I don't even know what the price of OMI is right now, but it used to have a thing like meme coins with a bunch of zeros in front. So that's why a lot of people FOMO into OMI, because they didn't understand market cap. But whatever. But anyway, it's not looking for good for the exchange right now. I'm just gonna pull up Zach's. I know some people like him, some people don't. Whatever. I'm just gonna pull up his, but a lot of people have articles about this. It says seeing some suspicious activity with the crypto exchange Bit4x. On February 23rd, there were hot wallets. Hot wallets saw outflows of $56 million shortly after this time. Withdrawals stopped processing from the exchange, with no official announcements having been made. Currently, users are asking questions on X and Telegram, trying to get a response from the team. Interesting, 1 month ago, their CEO stepped down. Bit4x holds 18% of that and 7% of the OMI supply. Like I said, a lot of people got their OMI on there. But it's not even just about those tokens. Like this is just people with money on there, and they're not able to withdraw. So as boring as it sounds, and as tired of y'all probably hearing not only me and other people say it, once you start making quite a bit of money in crypto, right now it's not like when I started in crypto, and you wanted to get a good wallet, it was the Ledger X, the Nano X, and you had to pay 150, 160 with taxes. Right now, you can get a Tangent for $50 to $60, maybe a little bit more. So if you start making a little money, if you can FOMO $200, $500 into some altcoins, go and get you a Tangent wallet. It's really cheap, really easy to use, really easy, nice interface. A lot of great things in Tangent. So yeah, try not to hold just. I got some stuff on exchanges too right now that I need to get off, right? But some of them have they might be like a layer one with their own blockchain and may not be supported different places. But yeah, so there's people right now that can't withdraw their money, and hopefully they get a chance to get it off there. I don't know, but this is why you shouldn't be holding all your stuff on exchanges. After you make a certain amount of money, spend the $60 and get a Tangent wallet. I say get the pack of three, but that's up to you to get the pack of two, whatever you want to get. But try to get you a cold wallet. Once again, I gotta always make sure the tech stuff is handled. But yeah, try to go ahead and get you a cold wallet, man, because these people can't even get their money out right now. Another thing I want to talk about that some people may think is boring, but listen, y'all. I know people who have been in the space just as long as me. Stop clicking on. Y'all should know by now. I'm not trying to be condescending, but you should know by now. You see these stupid little ads that come up between different people's crypto shows, like, "Hey, I'm Brad Garlinghouse from XRP," or "I'm Michael Saylor from blah blah." Don't click those links. Don't scan the QR codes. Um, don't be clicking links because they say you can get an airdrop. You got to know for a fact that you are on the legit Twitter account of a project. Say if a project says they're doing an airdrop, make sure you're on the legit Twitter account. Make sure you check for other sources. Make sure other people are talking about the fact that this is the legit link to get the airdrop if you're trying to get an airdrop. But here's the most common one. If you, some people don't know this. If you haven't been staking a certain token, you just don't get airdrops for just, you can't just click a link and be like, oh, they said I can get a free airdrop. If you had nothing to do with the project, you haven't been using their decks, you haven't bought any of their tokens, uh, the money ain't that free. Like, don't just think you just gonna get an airdrop because you clicked on a link. But I see, and this might seem boring to some of y'all that's a little bit more experienced, but I know people have been getting drained. It's been a big topic for the last week. A lot of people getting their wallets drained. So I'm just putting the information out there. What is this other thing? Oh yeah, I could pull up articles on this too. But so listen, I don't have a crystal ball. I am not God. I am not Satoshi. I'm none of that. But I see a lot of people getting scared because in crypto we try to pay attention to what happened in cycles before, which is smart. Like, that's, you kind of use the data to know how to move forward in the market. um so a lot of people are scared. They're like, well, last cycle we had this dip, but yeah, last cycle we also had C19. So, or whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that, but whatever. We had that. And so that's why the dip happened last cycle. That doesn't mean we're necessarily going to get a dip this time. The best thing to do is, I'm gonna say this, like I said earlier, that's why a lot of people sitting on the sidelines, because they like, I just know because I'm a guru that March dip is coming. If it comes, just buy more. Like I always tell people, like, you like, but if you know you could potentially get a dip, I don't know. You potentially know. You kind of know. You're kind of guessing that. You don't know for sure you're going to get a dip. So just go ahead and like try to get a position in the coins that you want to get in. Because I hear a lot of people talking about this. They're like, wait, it's going to be a March dip. You don't know that. And they're just going off the C19 dip we had last time, which I want to get more into. I've talked about that on the show. I'm gonna say it real quick. My belief is, whether you say it's conspiracy or not, is that every 100 years, especially in the 20s that we're in now, that's when the generational shift of wealth happens, and the powers that be, the 1%, the big dogs, whatever you want to call them, this was their chance to get it in 20, and this was when they was gonna do their little thing or whatever. And so they saw that money was not flowing into the stock market the way they wanted it to, and found out all these young people was in this thing called crypto. They had to try to restart everything, and that's my take on it. Take what as you will. You can see that as a fantasy story. I don't know, but this is my perspective. So it gives you another perspective to think about. I just feel like they was behind and they want to get in, but this time they really got in. They're in there, and so they're trying to establish that generational wealth that everybody talks about, where they can fund all their grandkids, college tuitions or whatever. Which never mind, I'm not gonna talk about college, but whatever. Um, but so that's what I believe to happen. So I don't know if we're gonna particularly get like a big dip in March like people keep saying. So just try to get you some positions. If it drops 50%, whatever, just buy more. Keep a little bit of capital on the side, but don't try to be all the way at the market waiting for some big dip that you think is going to come. I'm not sure how I feel about this news. This is cool, actually. Obviously, I now pulled out the all chart so you guys can see that it's been a while since we've been this high on Ethereum. So right now we're at 3,100. Last time we were close to that was like April of 2022, which I was out the market by the time I wasn't even thinking about it, because the market kind of really started dropping in like November, December. But and I think last time I held Ethereum was like April of 2021. It was just like at 4,000, I think, and I think it like topped out at 4,500, but whatever. But anyway, ETH is moving, and so a lot of people saying, okay, the ETH token is going to move, and meme coins and whatever. So I made some bullish news, but it still seems like it's being held back a little bit though, and the biggest thought I have about this, I'm just really trying to use ETH more so than Bitcoin to see if we're going to be in the traditional 4-year cycle, or if it's going to be quicker. Because a lot of people saying it's going to be quicker. I still don't have an answer for y'all yet. It could be either one. We just trying to watch it day by day to see what's going to happen. But this is a pretty quick movement on ETH, quicker than I was expecting, because I wasn't expecting to move like this on Ethereum until really maybe later this year, early next year. So maybe we are moving faster, or maybe Ethereum is going to pump higher. Maybe it's going to pass that 4,000 and get to 6 to 8,000. I know a lot of people were talking about 12,000 last cycle, but I don't know. These are just little things to watch in the market to kind of tell you where we are in the market. So once again, both of these shocked me because when I woke up this morning, they hadn't moved yet, and so Ethereum and Bitcoin have made a pretty big move on today. That's Ethereum today. Actually, I got through my stories quicker than I thought, but I guess that's cool. Hopefully, you guys got some questions, but I'm gonna answer some questions that you guys already. Oh, this is really early today. Maybe I should have pulled up more news stories. At first, I was thinking I had too many news stories, but anyway. So let me talk about. I'm not talking about this project, but I'm gonna pull it up to show y'all something. And listen to what I'm gonna say before, because I know some of y'all see something come on screen and y'all are just immediately like, I'm gonna be first. I'm gonna go buy it. Don't buy this. That's my take. So, but I use this. I'm using this as an example because a lot of people got burned on Kylan Network. If you weren't here last cycle, you probably don't know what Kylan is. But what I'm saying, I'm using this project as an example that a lot of people got burned by Kylan last cycle. And as I always say, I said this on the other channel. I'm gonna get to another point in a minute. This is gonna be the hot take, the next one. But a lot of people got burned on tokens. Their bags dumped back down. But if they have the power, if they have a big enough influence in the market or whatever, they're going to try to pump these back up, like stuff like this. And you don't know anything because you weren't here last market. You don't know what happened with it. Like I believe Kylan, like if you ever hear people being fearful about token swaps and stuff like that, or like when people say, "Oh, we're moving to a new token and we're switching over," this is one of the projects why people are afraid, because after that whole, let me show you. This is like the beginning of the cycle when we first started getting into the bull out of the bear. So it was like February, March of 2021, and so as you see, it launched and this crap just dumped. They did some kind of I can't remember. It was like some kind of token migration. I don't really remember because I don't really care to remember, but I'm pretty sure I'm about accurate on that. And so what happened this cycle, I see a number of projects and y'all believe in these people. And you FOMOing in, but I believe right now, I don't care what nobody say how bullish they are on Polkadot or whatever ecosystem, that Kylan is garbage. If you see somebody trying to shield this to you because it's a low market cap, I would not do it. Then you could say, well, Zoe, have you been keeping up with the updates? When stuff does stuff like this, I don't care to keep up with the updates. I say it all the time that people just refer to FOMO as in just trying to jump into everything that's moving. But FOMO is also trying to hold every project that you think is going to pump. You can't hold all of them. Even myself now, I hold quite a few of them. A lot of them I picked up in the bear market when nothing was moving. Some of them I picked up under 1 million, which I know that's what y'all always trying to do. And so that's kind of why I've hold more than I probably would usually hold myself. But you can't hold everything. And I was, but I'm gonna talk about the project. This is gonna be the hot take. I know a lot of y'all gonna feel some type of way about this. And you could say that Zoe is wrong, but the the point where I don't mind being wrong is if I say, hey, I'm not necessarily bullish on the project and I'm wrong and it pumps. That's one type of wrong. The wrong I don't want to be is the projects that I'm in don't pump. So I don't mind being wrong on something and it pumps. I don't mind that. And I know y'all saying, well, that's what we come to you for. We want to make sure we get in everything that's pumping. But once again, you can't get in everything. But here's my hot take here, y'all. So this one y'all have asked about. I know some people have been talking about it, and this is Cody. Um, and so my take on this, I don't care if it pumps or not. I don't have to hold everything. I'm okay with missing something. So for me, number one, Cody launched in. We're not even talking about last bull. Cody was like, I don't know if it launched, but I know they started developing in like 2017, right? Let me see. So they launched in 2019. We're not even talking about 2020. They launched in 2019. They started development. We first started hearing about them in like 2017, 2018. So the project is old. That's number one for me. Cody was a payment app. Like that's what everybody was talking when people was talking about DeFi and DeFi summer and stuff. Everybody was talking about Cody and reference it to it being a payment app, an application and working with merchant services. And that it was this big thing where we like when like I said, DeFi was just dropping. We wasn't really big on gaming and interoperability and the tri-limit and all that. It was like DeFi summer. DeFi was the thing. You could use crypto just like traditional markets. And so people was like, yeah, people saying crypto fake, but they're gonna be using it in the real world soon. And Cody was supposed to be like one of the payment solutions for bridging crypto into the mainstream world. Like I said, merchant services. It was a payment app, and then they partnered with Cardano to do. It was Jed or whatever. It was like the stable coin it was supposed to be making. So payment services, payment app, merchant services, stable coin to now y'all privacy layer two. Man, I don't care who talks about Cos about to say Cardano. I don't care who talks about Cody. And once again, y'all might think I'm losing my mind because Zoe is pumping. Like they're just suspect. Like you doing too much. How did you go from a payment services app? To merchant services, it just is making me feel like it's a trade. It's making me once again feel like people who got their bags dumped on Cody last cycle, and Cody itself is like, oh, we doing this new thing to pump the bags up. Let me tell you something else. So I'm giving you. I want you to think I'm just FUD and stuff. So I'll give you what I think about it. It sounds like FUD or bad. I'll tell you the good. One thing about them is they did do or whatever when they launched. I'll say I don't know about now, but when they launched, they did have some of the best and biggest backers in the space. But for one, it didn't even perform as well as I think people thought it was going to do. If you got in the very bottom, which I doubt very few people did, except for the established investors and the people who invested early, I think you could have got maybe a 50x out of this. Once again, I'm gonna tell you all the stuff that sounds or could be seen as bullish, and I'm gonna tell you those. So let's see. I doubt anybody like retail really got in around this 1 cent mark, and right here, really the bottom was really like this 2 cents mark. And I'm gonna go to the second peak where it went higher. So even at this higher peak, it did what is that, a 25x? So to say that the backers that it said that Cody had and what it did, that's not the best performance, 25x. And so what I feel is either it didn't perform well enough for the initial big investors and the retail or whatever, and for the big influencers who got in on it, and then they got dumped on because everybody was talking about an extended cycle. So I feel like it just didn't perform as well as they need, and they revamped. I'm telling y'all, if you weren't here last cycle, Cody was not a layer two I know they may have good developers and people can pivot. I don't like when projects just keep pivoting and changing to different stuff. Like you've been too many different things, and now all of a sudden you a privacy layer two. Maybe they trying to follow Manta or what. I don't know, but I'm cool on it. I'm completely fine. I think it's done like a 2x, the 1x, maybe it's done a 2x, and then let's see what it's done. So it was it's done a little more. So at the beginning of the month it was like at 6 cents, so it's done like a 4x or whatever. I still don't care, y'all. I really don't care. It just seems suspect to me. And I'm just not with it. Like I said, you can't hold every token. And once again, I try to be full transparent on this channel. I'm really, really, guys, down is just trying to get y'all in the right mindset of how to think about things. I won't be right on everything, but like I'll say too that only one. So I'll say Delicium is looking a little better than me, but I'm not upset that I missed it. Congratulations to y'all that got in on it, made that. Another one, but I don't think people have made tremendous gains on this. I didn't really see people talking about OPSEC until it was like at 20 cents. So most people only made a 3x on that. So not really upset that I missed that either. I know like the bottom was 5 cents, but I doubt many people got in there unless they were in the pre or private sales or whatever. So no, I'm not going to be right about everything, but I'm also not trying to hold everything. I just need to be right on the ones that I'm talking about. Which brings me to my next point when on this whole I talked about Kylan Network and Cody. Realizing that everything that people talking about and they're saying they're bullish on. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this back to the homepage. This may not be the right project for you. And so I'm not trying to be petty here, but Lottie, I've been asking about it. I talked about it in the group. And so these are two projects that have been known about way before. I can't even call them alpha. Now, some of y'all, if you're depending on me, y'all not deep in the space and whatever gaming, you may not know these projects, but these are like, if you're in the gaming space, these are like knowing Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we got two that are supposed to be coming out as Portal and Off the Grid. Like this, some people trying to pretend like it's alpha, but it's not. Um, and so a lot of you guys like, oh, I heard blah blah talking about these coming out. Those are not the investments for you. I'm gonna tell you right off the grip. So let me talk about one first. The first one, the most Portal. So Portal had a lot of it had a lot of bullishness behind it, but it was literally 50%. It was 50-50. Some people's bullish on it. I'm not gonna lie, when I first started seeing what they said it was gonna do, and I saw the project last year, which is like, this is old information. So anybody bringing it now is late, man. We was on Portal last year. But last year when I started seeing it, it was looking kind of dope or whatever. But then they started the marketing campaign, which looked bullish. Because like, okay, y'all better listen to this. Click off, that's on you. So when they started doing the marketing, it was like, okay, this is bullish, it's good marketing. Y'all getting y'all getting exposure. A lot of people knowing about the project. And so I was still on that note. I was like, okay, this is bullish. They getting exposure. And then you had all the other people who, even me, starting out. I was like, man, they're just being haters or whatever. They was like, no, this is not right. They saying they partner with this project, and the project said they not partner with them. So that was the first little red flag, whatever. But so if you think about investing in a token like Porter, you like, okay, this is bullish news. Do we get exposure, whatever? But then again, you gotta think with an open mind. It did start to look suspect after a while. And so what I realized that I'm gonna get to now is that this is one of those insider tokens. It's one of those tokens that a lot of big money is in insider tokens. And like a lot of people have been trying to talk about it lately on the channel and trying to say like, oh yeah, I know about this launch is coming, but you stupid to invest in it because that junk is gonna launch at like 1 billion. Like I said in my group, like anytime, I even knock y'all a lot of times. I'd be like, y'all trying to get in everything under 1 million, but I do understand that. But one thing I will say, whether you get in under 1 million, whether you get in at 5 million, what is your first goal you're looking to when you trying to get those huge gains? Is 1 billion market cap. You're like, man, I hope this gets to 1 billion. Everybody says that. I hope it at least gets to 1 billion. Some people say 2 and 3 billion, but usually everybody's saying, I hope this gets to 1 billion. Why would you invest in a project that's launching at 1 billion? So like when people be trying to act like they have alpha and talking about Portal and stuff, that junk is launching at 1 billion. I'm not buying that crap, man. And it's one, like I was saying with Pixels, and you see nobody's doing with Pixels because it launched at 500 million. What gains are you going to get? And so let me explain this to the people. And it doesn't mean you're not smart. Listen, I'm just explaining this for everybody because I know a lot of people had this question because people asked me about it. So they said, I'm gonna break this down. You said, so with Pixels, Zoe, and in Portal, who's launching at 1 billion. So why are you saying we shouldn't invest in this? And then some people also said, well, Zoe, why would they do that? Because that limits their gains, but it doesn't. I know it's hard for you guys to understand, but I'm just going to say what it is because if I get into trying to explain what it is, some of you may not understand it. Just understand when these tokens launch, you are seeing them for the first time. Other people are not. Some of these tokens, the investors will be up 50 to 100x already. Okay? They are already up when it launches and it hits CoinMarketCap CoinGecko. They are already up 50x to 100x. Now, I'll say this. If somebody comes in and they're up 50x and the market cap is only 20 million, that means you still have a chance to get some gains off this. So it's not that bad on you. It does mean they're going to make more money, but you still have a chance. Now, if they're launching at 500 million and 1 billion market cap, you do not have that chance. So your question is, Zoe, why would they do this? They are not depending on you who are here right now. If you do invest in this and you're here right now, I'm going to just say I think something's wrong with you. They don't care that you don't invest in it. They're doing what smart money does, like I tell y'all to do, wait for the pump and the narrative to come to you. They're just chill, waiting for retail. They don't care how long it takes. They don't care that it's going to be in the peak bull run a year and a half from now. A lot of y'all trying to rush and y'all want y'all X's right now. Those smart investors do not care. And you're saying, well, Zoe, if you're saying it only gets to, if it's starting at 1 billion and it only gets to 3 billion, that means they didn't make that much money. No, they did. They already came in 100x. If it only 3x is for them, they're up 300x, which means if I'm explaining it, break it down some more. I know some of y'all might be getting annoyed, but it's cool. So if they get in at a penny and it launches to you at $1, they are already up 100x. They got in at a penny. If it goes to $3 and they got in at a penny, they are up 300x. You who got in at $1 are only up 3x. They don't care if it only, once it hits the market, if it only 3 and 5x's. Because I think I said one of them, I'm like, well, bullish case, it gets to 5 billion to 10 billion. For you, that's only a 10x. For them, that's 1,000x. So what I'm saying is, like, I know a lot of you guys are asking about it because I've seen a couple, y'all show me that a couple of channels have been talking about it. Man, Porto is not going to be the investment. A lot of people are already kind of bearish on it. Number one, big money's in that project. They don't need it to pump much. Number two, they do have a lot of airdrops that they gave to people, and that's how it got so bullish, and the exposure got so great on it because everybody was trying to farm the airdrop. So that also can get dumped on your head. But as of now, I'm thinking the FDV when it launches is going to be between. I've seen even another channel talking about it. So, like I said, I tell y'all I get my information from other places too. But I've also done my own research, and even I think it's higher than even what they said. That it should launch at like 1.2 billion FDV, and maybe up to it could launch at 3 billion. That's not the investment y'all want. Y'all trying to make life changing wealth, man. So, um, yes, I saw, you saw somebody talking about it. And will it be one of the most hyped projects? Yes, it will. But will you get the most X's? I always preach that on the channel. You're not trying to be in the most hyped project. You're trying to get in the project that's going to get you the most X's. So I just don't think those will be the one. I'm believing that I've been tracking off the grid, I feel like, for years. Am I lying? Like, I feel like it's been years, not months. And it's also looking like it's not going to be the investment. It's probably going to be the hottest and the most hyped project and maybe the best looking game in the space, but it's not going to get you the most X's. At least I'm going to do my calculations on both today and see if I can update my calculations. But I don't think either one of these for people on my channel are going to be the projects to get into, and even some of the others that were talked about. But that's why you got to be places where people actually know what's going on and not pretending that they know what's going on. But I'm trying to get off that whole thing and just focus on just helping y'all make money. But yeah, that's the stuff I have to talk about today. I think I'm pretty early this day. Yeah, I'm just at 32 minutes. So, that's the stuff, listen, I'm never afraid of tough questions on this channel. That's why I tell you, that's the only reason I'm here for this hour, because I can talk right back with you guys instead of just typing. And so you can ask me the tough questions that you need, want to know about. I'll tell you whether or not I have the answer, because y'all don't realize the stuff that's against y'all this cycle. It's always been against you if you're retail, but it's harder this cycle. Like I said, with people that's trying to pump old tokens up and tell you that they're good. And sometimes they're going to be people that you trust. And yeah, it's going to make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I am not in that big money. I can't text and DM some of these big influencers and stuff. I'm not in their text groups. They're all in the same text group. They can all say, hey man, we're going to talk about what you call it, and we're going to pump this thing up. Even some of the smaller channels are starting to do that. I don't do that. I could. I have a couple of guys that I like in the space that got channels and influencers too. But I'm not in groups, trying to pump my bags. Y'all know I talk about G Swift very seldomly on this channel, and I know a lot of people been trying to talk about that now. I was talking about G Swift at 4 cents when people was telling y'all to stay out of it. But all of a sudden now people are trying to get bullish on it. Man, I'm gonna be honest. Y'all know I'm very frank on this channel. I'm just being honest. I'm really annoyed, and I'm just being honest. I can't wait till the cycle is over. I'm sorry. I'm honest. I know y'all like, what, this dude. I can't wait for it to be over, because it's way more drama and way more foolishness than I was expecting when I even started doing this. Which is why I was telling my friends I didn't want to do this. But they all pushed me to do it, because it's hard when I'm trying to help you guys, and you got so many other people that saying opposite. And I'm not talking about, like I said, I'm not talking about the Deliciums and stuff. Like, a lot of y'all make good money on that. But I do just try to give you guys the perspective. And even with some of these projects, still, you don't know if it's insiders. I made a point the other day to say in the group that there were some people that I respect their knowledge in the space and their alpha, right? But they were pumping tokens. I pay attention to everything in the space. They've been pumping certain tokens for the last 8 months, and then all of a sudden they told y'all the other day, like, yeah, these were pretty much told you, yeah, these were trades. And that's why I be trying to tell y'all, some of this is trades for people. If enough of the friends are in that project and they can all talk about it, and they can make a quick 200x because they all big, and they can make a quick 200, 300x, and you thinking it's a hold, but it's actually a trade. And so one of them last week said, hey, yeah, I'm not holding these tokens anymore. And I've seen people argue, me and other people up and down, that no, this project as a whole, like this gonna be big, this bull run. And the people who were talking about it said, I'm no longer holding these tokens. But you know what are my long-term holds? These tokens over here. So it's hard when I know people have more influence than me. Y'all see more people talking about certain projects, and it's only Zoe saying, no, I wouldn't invest in that because such and such and such. Yeah, it makes Zoe look stupid. Y'all, do y'all see this? I'm sorry. Y'all probably not even worried about my words, but what is going on here? Dang, Bitcoin is wilding out. Oh man. We just went from 58 to y'all got news in the hey listen. This is I'm not one of those channels be trying to act like we best friends, but I do care about y'all and y'all should care about me. If anybody can put in the chat what they see that's going on with Bitcoin right now, let me know and I'll get to that comment. Because I'm trying to talk to y'all, so I'm not going to stop and do full research. But uh, somebody in the chat, let me know what's going on if y'all see anything. Then again, it could just be whales. And this is why I also tell y'all stop sitting on the sideline. See what I mean? I heard a lot of y'all like, well, that dip is coming because people saying the March dip coming. This thing is tripping right now. That's $3,000 in Bitcoin. That's not a small move in just since 7 a.m. That's in 4 hours. Anyway, let me know in the chat if y'all see what's going on. Let's get to the comments. I think I'm pretty quick today. Natty said, yo, what's up? What's good, Zoe? What's good, man? How you doing? Hopefully you're having a great week, a great morning, and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna skip that comment, man. I'm really trying. I'm not trying to be a part of that. I know y'all. I know y'all think I am, but I'm trying to move forward and make money, man. Crypto Chick said volume is kind of low. Hopefully that improved when I made that change. Natty said volume is good on my end. Okay. PC said happy start to a new day. Yeah, it's a happy start. It's and also on this comment, I'm like I said this last week. I'm realizing I'm even having to revamp how I do my research for a number of reasons to get you guys in some other plays. Certain narratives are much easier than others because they have to prove their information. But like I say all the time, these AI projects don't have to prove it. But I do want to get in some more AI projects, but it's much deeper research than more than y'all know, man. But as I say, listen, the plays we get in are going to be great plays, and that's all I really care about. And maybe it's what, I'm gonna be honest, maybe it's a good thing. One of the was it? Forgive me if I'm saying the name wrong, but it was Cancun was saying in the group that which is true, lessons more is lessons more sometimes. So maybe it's just gonna make us more bullish on the ones that we do get. You don't have to hold every project, y'all. You don't have to hold everything that's running. But yeah, it's a happy start to a new day. But I am realizing that this research is going to be crazy, so I don't need any extra outside drama, anything to mess that up. Crypto Chick said is better. Okay, appreciate it. Natty said, "What's your thoughts on these billionaires offloading recently? Talking about the stocks? I be want to talk about the stuff, but I be thinking y'all gonna think it's boring. So I try to I'll talk about that stuff more and stuff. I try to make sure my segments are not too long. And even today, I feel like as I was talking about it, it may have sound boring, but I still feel like I talked about a lot of great stuff today. Like I said, if you mentioned in the Kylan network, and I know a lot of people going to have different opinions on Cody. Cody could continue to run because the people is talking about it, but that's just my take on it. It's old. They change what they do too many times, and it just feels like they're trying to pump it back up. But anyway, back to this. I did want to talk about that, and you can say it's because I'm in the crypto space or whatever, but I mean, my take is that they buy Bitcoin. That's my take. I don't know. That's what I think is going on. Yeah, man, they selling all these stuff. Yeah, that's what I think, man. And I think was it Jeff? I think Jeff he just did his he put it into his whatever that he can do this back in November. I was like, that's pretty recent. And saying and it was fun. No, it was like that he can sell I can't remember the number, but a certain amount of stock by the beginning of 2025. I was like, bro, that's when the parabolic run starts in the beginning of 2025. So seeing it all together, knowing what we know in the space, I was like, man, they buying Bitcoin, man. That's a big rush. You just all of a sudden in November, you're like, yeah, I can get 12 billion worth of stock by the beginning of 2025. So yeah, that's what I think about it. They buying Bitcoin, man. They are buying Bitcoin, especially when they saw. So before they, I mean, I'm sure some of them was buying it before, right? Because they probably had more conviction than the old heads or whatever. But when they saw BlackRock and all these other people, you can't tell me that's not what they doing. Like you can try all day, but I'm not gonna believe it. They definitely buying Bitcoin if you ask me. William said, "What's up, Zoe? What's up, William? How do I feel about AI tech? Listen, I know AI tech is like connected to a lot of people. Like I know they aren't they they're connected to Chat GPT and all that. And like I say in the space all the time, I'm fully transparent about myself and my beliefs and my crypto strategies or whatever. And I say to you and I say to myself that you can be too smart in this space, right? But I just don't like the way AI tech moves. But they're gonna pump because thing people gonna see is they connected to Chat GPT, and Chat GPT is potentially connected to Alice Becker. And so yeah, these are things that can make these things pump. But I can't just do that. I can't just do it just because of that sole reason. That may mention Alice Becker sometimes on like gaming plays or whatever, but he's never my sole reason. Most of the times I'd invested in a lot of these projects before he even mentioned them. So um I don't know. I don't like the way they're moving and stuff. But you're gonna have influencers talk about it. Um and it's been moving, but I still don't. I tell you all the time, I don't care, man. You can't catch everything. And what I'll say to this is, I'm not saying this to say that these are bad people or they mean any ill intentions or whatever. But a lot of people will tell you what pump, but they won't tell you how many calls they made that dumped. And what I would say about mine is, y'all may say because I'm a kind of like a more conservative DGen. I'm DGen in the fact that I might get in something earlier when other people are not as bullish on it, but I still be safe with my money. I don't like losing money. Um, so I would say I have more, not even losses, but I think the lowest quote unquote loss I have is something getting into a play and it going down 3x from where I got in at. But I haven't been like dumped on. Like I know people that's been dumped on like 10x, 20x, but they'll never mention that. It's just like, hey, we got this play that ran. Yeah, but how many calls did you made that didn't do well or just, whatever. But I don't. It's just I didn't like the stuff I seen around it. I don't like how they advertise. Yeah, they supposed to have a launch pad or something, but they came off a launch pad. And it's just a lot of these projects that seem made up and contrived to me, but they're gonna pump. I mean, when you got AI in the name, it's gonna pump. So I'm not trying to necessarily flood it, but I'm not bullish on it. Um, but I think so far they have, had a little decent run. Because I remember one time, even at my small channel, like they were coming in my chats and stuff and like say stuff. And to be honest, as small as I am, it just was kind of suspect. Um, I don't know. They're related to Chat GPT. They still can definitely run, especially you got AI in the name. I'll say this, it's got AI in the name. Retail is gonna come in. They're gonna look for AI projects, and it's gonna come up because it's AI in the name. So I mean, you can do well with the project, but it's not gonna be something I hold. I guess something else is bullish about it. It's not too much between the circulating and FDV. It's like a 5x, which is not too bad. It's AI is in the name. AI is gonna be a narrative. It could do well, but it's not gonna be something I hold. I just don't. I don't feel too convicted about the project. So yeah, that's my take. I can't be bullish on everything that pumps. I know that's not what y'all used to, but yeah. GTA, I feel the same about that project. I know a lot of influencers are behind it. A lot of people got into pre-sales. There's a lot of big influencers behind GTA or whatever, but it just makes me concerned because people will try to call this because they see other big influencers talking about it, and because usually when it happens, it pumps. But it just leaves a chance for it to be dumped on my head. Like I said, I mean, they have decent backers behind them. Like I think Animoca is one of them, but one of them that I don't like, and I keep mentioning, I don't usually like stuff by Castrum Capital. Usually when I see that company and they're the ones behind the Chat GPTs, and let me say this, I'm probably talking too fast. Let me say this about Castrum and the whole Chat GPT thing. For one, anytime people see is related to Chat GPT, they're gonna try to FOMO into it. But Castrum, how are you over this many different AI projects? What it makes me think is y'all said this is gonna be our play this year. We're gonna do Chat GPT, and then we gonna spin off these other AI projects. You know how somebody makes a TV show, then they make a bunch of spin-offs, and that's what it's feeling like. And they're like, well, it worked with this one, so all we got to do is say that this project is related to us, and all these projects belong to them. So you can see that as bearish or bullish. I don't know. It depends on your perspective. But I usually, to be honest, I try to stay away from any project that I see with Castrum Capital because my mind is just thinking like, what if you're only making you're throwing these projects together to pump them real quick to get more capital for the stuff that you're already going to really hold? 3 cycles. That's what I've seen. So, and it happens, and everybody's bullish in the beginning of the bear market on these projects, and then you realize after 6 months into it, you're like, why are they not moving anymore? Because they already took their profits and they moved on to the stuff that they know is going to keep pumping. I'm not saying that's necessarily what's happened with these, but I'm just saying that I don't like projects by Cash from Capital usually. GT, AI Tech, all these are under the little chain GPT umbrella. I think I was saying chat GPT. I'm sorry earlier. If I was saying chat GPT, I meant chain. But all these are under the little umbrella. And I know people get bullish with Animoca, but and I know it's a low market cap, but see this, I just feel like it's just only influencer driven. So that's just my take on it, guys. I don't know. I fully know after a while, if I keep saying this about certain projects, you're like, you don't know what he's talking about because he project's pumping. I'm here for listen. First of all, I'm here for me and my family, and then I take you guys along the ride. All I can say is the projects that I talk about, I feel like are going to do very, very well. I can't help if a project does very, very well, and I'm not bullish on it. I can't be bullish on everything. I just give you guys my perspective. Natty said I'm up 11x on AGI. Yeah, I think you was one of the first ones to mention it to me, and you said you're starting to get nervous as it has become my largest holding. You think it will dump hard since you you've gained 6x in a short period. Let me see where it's at. Um, I never really went back and looked deeper into it. Like my whole thing was leery that everybody was saying that they had a Microsoft and Google partnership. And I couldn't really find any legitimacy on that. Once again, I'm not trying to fudge your project, but if you can let me know if you found any like just concrete legitimacy on that, then I'll look at it. I'm telling y'all guys, I'm never trying to fud a project. I'm only just trying to say factual stuff that I see about stuff. But yeah, this definitely did. It had a crazy run. I believe when y'all told me about it, this was at like 26 million, right? So y'all made a bag on this, which is cool. I don't know. I don't. I'll try to look more into it later. I know a lot of people did talk about it. Um, mm, yeah, that's right. That's what they. I didn't know if it was Google or Microsoft, but yeah, they said the whole Microsoft. But I never found anything concrete on the Microsoft thing, so that's why I kind of like was chilling and kind of stayed away. But listen. I'm always happy when y'all making money. Y'all know that. I'm gonna make mine later. Like I always say, I think people be in a rush to make the money. My goal is the end of the bull run. That's that I'm where I want to be. I don't care about stuff running right now, but I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you what to do. It's a bullish looking chart. You got a lot of people talking about it. It does have very little dilution in between the circulating and fully diluted. I don't know what the vesting schedule is, but um, you said it's your biggest holding. Um, I don't know enough about it to tell you. You can take a little profits out. I've had to do this even with G Swift, not a lot. Like I'm not selling my G Swift, but my G Swift bag was gadungus huge. Like it was crazy. So if I wanted to get another project that was lower market, I might take a little dibble dabble out of there or whatever you want to call it. So if you want to do that, if you see something else that's lower and you want to take a little bit out of your Delicium and hop in another bag, that's cool. Um, but yeah, I mean that's my take on it. But yo, congrats to y'all because I think a couple of y'all asked about it. Like I said, you can't always you could take some of my word, but use your own sentiment and stuff, and maybe you heard something somewhere else. I wasn't tracking this project like that, but I'm happy for y'all that was telling me about this at 26, 27 million, I think it was. And y'all up big, so that's dope. That's really dope. Um this name, I'm getting a difference in okay, maybe it's lining up. Some of the comments I'm seeing here and on the streaming software is different. But anyway, I am God say, yo, what's up, man? As he said, how how is your express shopping? Are they still open? I didn't even go to check it out. Me and my lady was talking about it. I said maybe I'm gonna go this week. Cause I mean that's I like the quality of clothing. I know a lot of people think it's kind of high, but I like the quality of clothing, the way it fits on me and stuff. And I usually listen. no matter how much money I've ever had, I've never been one of those people who spend crazy amount of money on clothes. So I always go when they had sales too. I always went when the jeans was 50% off and the shirts were whatever deal I can get. Um, I'm gonna check them out though. But I really feel like they're gonna save it some kind of way. Somebody's gonna buy them out or something. I just feel like it's a good chain, and they just struggling because the economy is not doing as well as a lot of people try to pretend it is. But I think they're gonna be all right. Then they'll say, "Yo, time for layer two on Ethereum." I saw that one. I did. I was looking into it, but even then, like I was telling y'all, even in, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to see what Bitcoin did real quick because it's crazy. Um, I saw that one, but I didn't get a chance to look deep into it because I'm really trying to change the whole method of not change the whole method, but how I'm researching some of this stuff. Because when you see differences in the market, you got to pivot. You can't just be stupid and stay doing the same thing you were doing before. Um, I'm gonna look into this one later too. I'm gonna be honest, it's not even high on my list, and I know maybe some people saying it should be. Um, I'm not really trying to hold. I feel like I got quite a few like layer twos and different stuff already, but mm, I'll look into it later though. Ad Tank said, "Do you think at the moment it's AI season and gaming season will come eventually?" Here's my thing. I know y'all gonna say, "Listen, this is my." Okay, let me say one statement. Then I'm gonna clean it up. So I feel like AI has a season. I feel like gaming does it. Gaming is going to just it may take a while for it to start, but I feel like gaming is going to pump throughout. AI because AI is getting bigger with the Soras, the Chat GPTs, the Open AI, the Gemini, and all that kind of stuff. Like I feel like it is going to be probably run the whole cycle too. Um, but a lot of these AI projects, they're the thing about AI projects. Number one, I'm gonna say it like it is. A lot of them are fake and they're made up. Number two, none of them have a defining character. Like none of them have a defining thing. I'm not. Excuse me. I want to say none of them. A lot of them don't have a defining thing that they do. It's just like we're an AI chain. We are AI this. Like you don't say what your AI does. These projects don't even say what the AI does. It just says we're AI chain. We're AI blockchain. We're AI this. You don't say we're AI wallet. We're AI blockchain that does this. So, um, but I think with gaming, it's like we know this game is hot or it looks hot or what it does or whatever. Um, I don't know, man. All I know is that the bullishness is going to eventually come there. So to gaming and whatever other plays. So I know. Let me tell you another thing. I mastered patience more than I know other people have, and so I realize that's what I'm dealing with. Because if a place sits there too long, most people are like this thing is never gonna move, and I've seen it in cycles before. I've seen it this cycle already. Like I always try to use example, and I'm not trying to like say I'm all smart, but that's what was happening with me with Neon and G Swift, and yeah, when Neon went up to 60x and it's back down to like a 20x, and I know some of y'all probably like, well, how do you feel about that? I'm fine, man. Um, but those plays sat there for a while too, and it's just even when I say a play, that's what I say: do your own research, find your reasons that you have conviction in the project as well, um, and just hold it. Because then when it's sitting still, everybody thinks you don't know what you're talking about. Then when it starts flying, everybody wants to tell you how much a genius you are, and it's not being a genius. It's just you do your research and you have patience. Like, um, I don't know. That was a long way to answer your question, but it could be AI season at the moment. I think both of them are going to be big narratives next cycle. But like I said, AI in the regular world has had so much bullish news. Plus, like I said, Vitalik Buterin making the tweet about AI. That's what I feel like a lot of those reasons is what caused it to run. Um, so yeah. Crypto Chick said, not asking for financial advice, but do you think these 6 coins are good enough to hold for the bull run? Let me see. I don't think I feel like I've seen this first ticker, but it's not. Oh, Swarm. That's like an RWA play, right? I wasn't too bullish on Swarm, to be honest. Once again, I could be right. I gotta have my own conviction though. I can't worry about what everybody else is talking about. Um, Let me check some things real quick on that. I'm not saying I'm even trying to change my mind, but I'm just trying to answer your question. the thing is with me, I hate when my sentence has to begin with if the blah 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 narrative picks up, this one could run. I don't want to be just solely dependent on a narrative running, or like I said, an influencer to talk about it. I need all those things to be in a coin plus six other more. And so that's what I find myself saying about Swarm. I don't know if it was one of the best RWA. Am I lying? I'm just talking out my head, but I believe Swarm is an RWA project. Hold on. I mean, I saw it in the bear market and haven't looked at it in a long time, but I believe it was RWA. Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I can't really give you an answer on that, man. I'm gonna look at one more thing. Yep. I don't know. I don't know about Swarm. And the other one, I still need to do research on. Your second one, I still need to do research on that one. I see a lot of people that are bullish on it, so that could help you out. You know, Zoe doesn't have to be bullish on every project, because if you see a lot of other people being bullish about it and you see your own conviction in it, maybe it'll do well. I'm just worried about how they worded some of their partnerships and stuff, like I've stated before. But I don't want to FUD the project. I see people bullish on it though, so I don't know. Like I tell you all the time on the channel, I don't have like some of these bigger channels. They get the paperwork on these projects, so they know every single thing. When I do my research, I have to go look for my research. So I don't know. For the second one, for the last three, I'm definitely bullish on those, and I definitely think those are holes for the bull run, for sure, for sure. You said you're tired of chasing projects. There's too many. I be trying to tell people that because they feel like they. I just don't. I don't have that in my makeup. Like that failure, seeing something running and think I got to go get into it. Like last week or last weekend, weekend before last, when AI started running, I was just chilling. I had no desire to run to the computer and go to the AI category and see which ones to buy. I had like one or two I was holding over already, and I was just like, yeah, that's cool. Like I wasn't gonna chase the narrative and chase the pump. I don't know if it's because I've been in this a while now or whatever, but I'm patient. I'm not chasing no pumps. I get tokens when I get them, when I want them, not because the narrative is running to get a trade. Um, so yeah, it's everybody, they feel good about it first, but like I said earlier, I'm not talking about towards y'all. I care about y'all, love y'all, and all that kind of cool stuff. But just with some of the stuff I've been having to deal with this cycle already, with with other influences or whatever, is just real tiring. Like I just want to, I'm ready for it to be over with already. Just make this money and um, you know. But yeah, I'm still here to help y'all. So whatever. As he said, two projects that are trending today are Epic. Epic is old too. Are we talking about the same one? Wait, I might be reading that wrong. PIK. Is it PIK? Is that the one that was like AI and let me just look it up first. Because there's a gaming one and then there's a hold on. Mm, how many projects got the name Epic? Yeah, this is the AI one. I might be wrong, man. I just think it's because of AI. I wasn't bullish on Epic, man. That's all I can really say. But I know it might sound pretty dope to people. And mm, when did they tick? I don't remember the ticker being AI. See, that's the other stuff that you've seen scamming at me. I noticed that I knew the project before I even typed on my keyboard. So I'm not lying. I knew this project before, and I don't remember them having AI EPK as their ticker. Did they change the ticker? I'm sorry, I'm talking too long because that makes it like FUD. I don't. It's not one I'll hold. I'll go look at it later. I'll see why it may be running, but I think it's just because AI. But I'm pretty sure their ticker was not AI before. AI EPK. I might be wrong. I'm gonna search that later. What are my thoughts though? It's not something I'm bullish on. I'll go look at it later though. Lodestar I heard of, but I don't remember like being. Is this one new or something? Oh, it's trending because it's dirt low. I'll look into it later. This one of those projects you got to really look into. You can't just I can't just tell from looking through my quick looks. I'll look at that one later. Any view on tech? I think Tectum is just really weird. I tell everybody, I had got in Tectum when it was like $3 before most people knew about it, and I rolled it up to like $15. I don't know where it's at now. And no, I don't trade. I always say this, but it was in the bear market. I think everybody trades, but once I see the bull starting to happen, I try to get positioned in the coins or the tokens that I'm going to hold long term. I don't be trying to do all that trading and stuff because you can get caught with your pants down. Yeah, I didn't miss much on Tectum. I made a 5x on it. It's only down to 10x from where I got in at it. What has been the price action on this? Let me go out to like a year. Yeah, I didn't miss out much on this. Yeah, because I think I got out when after it was like Christmas rally or whatever. I think I got out before Christmas. So I ain't missed too much on this. Anyway, sorry, my thoughts on it is to be honest, I think it's kind of weird. I don't want to flood it, but being that it does what it does, retail and other people could like see that as a wow factor and that it's cool or whatever. But it just doesn't seem really practical to me, to be honest. What Tectum saying they're trying to do, and I know they try to say they got all these merchant partnerships and stuff like that. It depends on what other people think. It does not depend on what Zoe thinks. It really depends on what the market thinks, and that's why I try to make sure my picks are stuff that all of the market can understand. So it don't matter what I say; it matters what the market thinks. But it's just I'm not bullish on it. That's all I can really say. I don't want to flood anybody's bags. Ad Tank said, "Thanks a lot. The Patreon expired. I now extend it. Could you please check after live stream?" I'm gonna be honest. I only check when y'all come in. I do not check when y'all leave out. But if it did expire, you probably will get kicked really fast from the person that does handle that. But I can check after. Um, Thoughts on mint layer? I mean, I'm not really bullish on. I know how other people can see it as a narrative because of the Bitcoin ETFs and stuff like that. I'm not really bullish on layer twos on Bitcoin because I don't. Not just for the Bitcoin maxis, not really liking that stuff. I don't think that's what I see Bitcoin is for either. Um, and I think it's just a tough job trying to speed up Bitcoin's network and be a layer two and have faster transactions or whatever on it. Like, I mean, how fast can you get? Because as I always say, we have enough trouble trying to speed up transactions and make them cheaper on Ethereum, which is a little bit faster than Bitcoin. So, you just added more work to it when you're talking about trying to be a layer two on Bitcoin. But listen, layer twos on Bitcoin, BRC20 narratives could definitely run, but it's not something I'm willing to take a chance on. And I feel like wasn't Mint a little higher than this before? Did they drop? Yeah, they had I want to say a significant drop. I'm not trying to be like that. It wasn't that drastic, but it was like it had it's like a 20-50% drop or whatever. Because it was up, yeah, it was up here from it. I mean, a lot of projects do that, so it's just a little retracement. But I'm just not bullish on any kind of Bitcoin layer twos, anything like that. Especially at this line, if I see something that's like in the Bitcoin narrative, for one, I still probably won't get into it, but I might tell the Patreon about it. Like if it's like 2 million, 5 million, or something like that, I'm like, okay, this project could probably do a little quick 20x for y'all or whatever. Maybe I'll talk about it, but I'm not really bullish on that type of stuff for the reasons I named. Crypto Chick said yes, it's RWA. Oh, I think you're talking about Swarm. Yeah, Swarm. I got all the tabs open. I'll try to see if there's any new stuff on it, but I wasn't too bullish on it. I really haven't been following RWA that deeply myself. So, but I do want to get into some of the plays and find the right ones or whatever. But I'll look at it later. I won't say it's necessarily bad. As he said, oh yeah, I don't remember that being the ticker before. I might be wrong, but I swore the ticker was something different. I might be wrong, but I do know the project. and I wasn't that bullish on it. But I'm gonna look like the other ones. I'm gonna still look. Hey Zoe, you are truly a gem in the crypto space. Glad found your channel. May you be blessed in every area of your life. Oh, appreciate it, man. Like I said, I'm even not even like this. Is not even for the whole channel thing or whatever. I mean, it's just the avenue to try to help people. I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, yo, your channel's gonna blow up." I'm be honest, I'm really not trying to get there. I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you my real goal. And I know some of y'all probably not gonna like this, but my real goal is like just get the size of people that I'm gonna help in the Patreon, get it up to my target size or whatever, because I don't want too many people in there. And I almost just want to just run the Patreon and just stop doing YouTube, to be honest. But I'll probably still do it. You know, it's like an hour or something out the day. It actually gives my brain a break because all that research makes my brain tired. So I'll probably keep doing it. But that's what I was thinking about at first. And just, we keep everything there. But yeah, anyway, I'm glad you found the channel too. Hopefully I can help, somebody else out. Like I said, I talk about a lot of perspective stuff in the market and stuff, like some of the stuff we talked about earlier. You can just add it to your bag of knowledge. You don't have to take everything I say at face value and do everything that I say because I don't know everything. But I just try to give people a little perspective, Elorm said, "Hit the likes, guys." Oh, every stream I forget to tell people to hit the likes. But like I just said, I don't be thinking about this stuff. I'm just up to the point now. The real big thing on my mind is just really realizing how different this market is, even for myself who has a lot of knowledge in the market. I'm gonna say this on stream too, and realizing that even though some of these projects are kind of thrown together and contrived, we do want to kind of make sure we're in multiple different narratives, right? But I got to dig deeper for some of these narratives and making sure these projects are solid. Because like I said, I'd rather not make a call and just make sure all the calls we have are good than me trying to like chase making 1,000 calls. And then I see people, I'm just being honest, I see so many people, they make one win, but they don't realize they had 10 losses. And that's why I'm not a gambler. Not knocking anybody or being condescending to anybody who gambles or plays the lottery. But it's like, how many times did you lose to get that win? You don't even break even. So, like I said, it's not to say I'm better than anybody's channel or whatever, but if I made a nice little 20x on a trade, which sounds good, but I've like lost on 6 trades, like you just either broke even or you got a little profit. It's just too much risk. So I just rather find great plays and hold them. Like most of the ones we've done, even for the ones that maybe sank a little tiny bit, like not even much, like they're gonna go back up. So I just want to be relaxed and have the least stress in my mind in the market. And I know y'all get antsy. I know like some of y'all got that gambling bug, and you just gotta gamble. You need your little fix. You need that adrenaline rush or whatever. But that's not me. That's not me. I just want to make sure at the end of the cycle I've made the gains that I want. And so it's not about making the most calls. So a lot of people like to brag about how many calls they got. That's cool. But one thing I can say, and I don't say this arrogantly, but I would be willing to ask them, did you make as much as me last cycle though? So if that answer is no, then I've seen the people. Oh, I still got to bring that math to the stream. I got 2 Patreon members that said I could give me the exact math on one was a trader and one was a holder, and I'm gonna give you guys that exact math. The exact math on like how that worked out. And so the scenario was like one came in with $1,000 more. One came in with 5,000 and traded up, had some good, like 2 10Xs, a couple of 4Xs and some, other Xs. And so from 5,000, they got to like, was it 32 or 36,000? And then the other one came in with 6,000. Yes, they had $1,000 more, but they came in with 6,000 and traded their way up to like 108,000. I mean, not traded, excuse me, they held their way up to 108,000. So that's why I always say, even though it don't seem like it makes sense to y'all probably like, how if he got a 20X here and a 10X and a 5X and a 10X, like how did he not make more money? I know it don't make sense to you, but I got their messages, but I got to put it in a document that you can see on the screen to show y'all all the math of how that works out. So it seems boring, but if you're not an expert trader, don't be trying to trade. A lot of y'all come in thinking like y'all hear the term. We're not crypto traders. Like we're crypto investors. Like And like I said earlier in the stream, notice when big influencers is shilling a trade at you that they're trading because they can get a quick 40% on it. If they get a quick 40% on $200,000, they've excuse me, they've made what, $80,000? They made $80,000 that they can put in another trade. You don't have that. A lot of y'all don't have that luxury. You're putting in $500, maybe 5,000 at the most, right? And so yeah, you can. That's a pretty decent trade. You make like $800, but if you thinking this is a hold and you think it's an investment, then you're gonna be end up holding the bag when it drops. Um, Once again, I do not know everything, but I just try to give y'all some perspective to think about. Ad Tank say you do a great job. Appreciate it. Ad Tank, so why do you bother so much about others? The answer is actually a hard answer because I realized late in life that other people aren't wired like this. I am what you call it. And a lot of people throw this term around. They say they are, but they're not. Because some people think it just means you can foresee stuff, but I'm an empath and like a real one. I didn't even realize this till later in life. I didn't even know it was a term for it. But most people, it doesn't mean I'm better than them, but literally most people, I would wager that 95% of people are not empaths and they're not wired the way I am. So I really care about, it's more about seeing other people messed over that bothers me because my whole life has been seeing people messed over. Whether you're talking about by the government or a rival gang or neighborhoods and just stupid stuff, seeing people get robbed that already don't have a lot of money. I've seen all kinds of stuff. So it's just like my whole upbringing has been seeing people get messed over. So it just most of the make other people mad doesn't even bother me. But when I see stuff like that, any kind of bully thing, or either like I see as nice as I am, my friends know if you ever see me, if I ever see someone like making fun of a homeless person, like I literally, and I'm not bragging about this. I don't, I don't think this is a good thing, but I literally turn into a monster. Like if I see somebody picking at a homeless person, it's a wrap. Like it's almost on I'm going to jail time. Like my anger gets to a whole nother level. Once again, I'm not gloating about that. I'm not saying, having that type of anger is a good thing, but no, I turn into a whole different person. I mean, my mother was one of them. I see my mother get messed over or whatever, and she was a widower trying to take care of us and stuff. So it's just the way my heart is wired. It's a lot of people say, "Oh, you trying to have competition, or you trying to like." One thing was when y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like you trying to do this for clout. I was like, bro, I don't care about no clout. I just care about people getting messed over. That's the only thing I care about. So, yeah. Anyway, Natty said, "Thanks, though. How can I contact you to run stuff by you? Not asking for Natty. You in the Patreon? What you mean? Aren't you in the Patreon? I'll be trying. I try sometimes. Listen, sometimes I remember, and sometimes I unlink y'all names from the YouTube to the Patreon. But I mean, if you're in the Patreon, you can hit me up there anytime. Kosa said, "Am I late? Probably so. We had how we begin over. I don't even be paying attention. We just get over an hour. As he said, do you think Solana is strong for 800 by the end of the bull? A lot of people are saying it. A lot of people, a lot of just traditional investors are adopting Solana too because it really is like to me, like I always say, I think it's the Apple of crypto. So I think so. A lot of people saying $1,000. Let me see where it's at right now. Let me look because we holding. What's this? I think I'm gonna be honest. I think confidently probably 400. Once again, I don't know. We can get to 8. We can get to 1,000 too, but I think Solana can get to 400. From where it's at, that'd be like a 160 billion market cap. I think it could do it. 800 maybe so. That's when we start talking about those big market caps, man. I mean, bro, a lot of people like to say all this stupid stuff, man, but you got to be conservative with this stuff, man. You can't be, and if it gets over that, then that's better. Like I tell people all the time, I have with every kind of mid, large cap, small cap, I have a certain target in mind. And some of y'all should know what my small cap one is by now if you're in the Patreon. And so that's why I base off all my stuff on. When I'm saying something good about my projects, that's what I'm basing on. And when I'm telling you another project can't reach, or I don't think it will reach that market cap, I'm basing it on the same type of numbers. The thing about my predictions are they can only get better. That's what I feel like. They can only get better than what I'm saying and not worse. You know, I know this cycle is going faster than we think, but I'm hoping we stay with the traditional cycle. But I would say for Solana, I think it could get to that like 400 range. But let me tell y'all something. Let me say the most important thing before I end the stream is really you should not be paying attention to, I know it sounds crazy, it goes along with what you're thinking, but don't be paying attention to price predictions. Don't even sometimes pay attention to the market cap, even though y'all ask me what market, because I'll tell y'all I don't do price predictions. Then y'all like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm asking about market cap. Sometimes I'll give you a market cap, but you can't be, you just need to get in a project early that you believe in. And it's the timing of the cycle that we need to be paying attention to, because that's why everybody got dumped on last cycle. Some of them should have known was at the end of the cycle, and all they could pay attention to was Bitcoin hasn't reached 100,000 yet, and everybody just waited for, even the smart people, the big investors, the smart people, the big YouTubers, everybody was like waiting for 100,000. And so, like, why? You knew it was at the end of the cycle. So that's the main thing you should be paying attention to. But listen, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I have a lot of work to do for myself, for the Patreon, and the revamping. Oh, matter of fact, I guess I'm so bad at, let me put this, you know, I don't know if I got time to put it on the stream. What I would do is put it in the chat. I don't know if that disappears or not. Once again, y'all, I know because somebody else said it. I know that I need to get it where the comments are on the live chat, but it's just a lot going on. Like I said, even realizing the changes I have to make in my research and how I do stuff in this market has changed a lot. So I got to really pay attention to how I do stuff when I'm helping you guys, excuse me. So yeah, Patreon is patreon.com/cryptozo. If you want to join right now, it's $50 a month. And if you're already in it, you will get grandfathered in at that price. It will never change. But for people who come later, the price will be increasing soon. And I'm not saying that to make nobody FOMO or none of that funny business. It's just that it is a lot of work, and I want to make sure that everybody's taken care of and stuff. So, yeah, that Natty said how. Yeah. Oh, Natty said, "How can he sign up for a lifetime membership? There's no alternative option." So I haven't been on Patreon long enough for me to do anything outside of monthly subscriptions. I think I still have another 2 months before they allow me to do that. You have to be on Patreon a certain amount of time. But what you can do, so maybe you're not in Patreon. I thought you were, but what you can do is, I got to give you a way to reach me. So my Twitter, where's my Twitter? I have an Instagram too, but y'all know crypto's not really big on Instagram. Let me find my Twitter handle, and then you can inbox me on there. And then we can work something out. You can just do it in crypto if that's how you want to do it. That is not what I just asked for. I just asked for Twitter. It gave me something else. I just got some news on Twitter, so let me keep that tab open and use a whole other tab. Sorry I'm taking so long, man. So just hit me up at this link. Oh, you tried Twitter? Did I not respond? Oh, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not okay. I said that because I know I was gonna look out for it, but I don't be the best on responding on that. Let me see. Did you hold on? You said you I don't see a message on Twitter. How does Twitter DMs work? Because do we both have to be friends or something? But you can your DM is locked. Oh. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna give you this then. I'm gonna give you this. I know what to look for. Let me see if I could do this on my little. There's really never any action over here at all. But I'll give you the Instagram. That should be easier. So that's the Instagram link. So hit me up there, and you could do the lifetime through crypto, and there'll be like a 20% discount. I got to get better ways to do this. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I don't be thinking about all this stuff. I got to get better ways for y'all to communicate with me. Because I'm not the most, be honest, I'm not the most well versed on Twitter either. I just got to Twitter when I started doing the crypto stuff, and but you can hit me up on the Instagram. Oh, you thumbs up. Okay, so that works for you. Yeah, just hit me up on there. You can do it through crypto, and it's 20% discount, and I'll make sure you're on the list. So the person who kicks people out for not paying this, I mean, you got 20 minutes and you kicked out the Patreon, but I'll make sure that you have something special on there that they know that you're a lifetime member or whatever. So yeah, appreciate you guys for hanging out on the stream again, even at this last minute ramble while I'm looking for y'all stayed on the stream. But yeah, hopefully you got some good information today and some stuff to think about when you like hearing different projects being pushed to you and different things. Doesn't mean they can't pump. I'm just trying to give you stuff to think about. When, like I said, I gave the example of Kylan Network and stuff. How I know it's going to be attractive. You see that name, you're like, but it's a low market cap. Like it just got a bad history behind it. So just be real careful. Ad Tank said I text you on the Patreon. Okay, cool. I'll look at it when I get out of here. So yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out on the stream, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more good information, good alpha, and some other good stuff to talk